Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game Flicks and Chill. I am Nick. This is Dante. This is your podcast regarding movies, TV shows, music, anything we want to talk about. We can talk about it here on Game Flicks and Chill. This week we have a little bit of a weird podcast, but I think it's going to be fun nonetheless. Dante wanted to do this thing um, where we write questions about ourselves and then we ask each other to give give the answers just to kind of see uh you know how much we really know about each other, which is going to be interesting. We've known each other for so goddamn long. I wrote a couple easy questions. I wrote a couple more difficult questions. Dante didn't write any questions, so he's just pulling it straight from the heart here. But yeah, I'm gonna dub this episode "Couples Therapy," but I think it's gonna be fun. Uh, Before we get into it, how's the arm feeling? Feeling any better?
Oh, no, it's done arm.
Uh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
I guess you said you have appointments made for the what's a what doctor? I can't remember what you called him.
I got an
Orthopedic.
MRI. I got an MRI coming up and then a rescheduled follow-up with the ortho.
Okay. Yeah, for the audio listener, Dante happened was at work and he ended up hurting his arm, so he's uh he's winged a little bit. But well, I guess all things kind of just take their time to heal, and hopefully it heals well, and you don't have. I'm knocking on wood for you over here. Um, but yeah, I guess we can just get into this. Do you want to start or should I?
We'll do something simple. We're taking it back to, a little orientation. You're sitting in high school. You want to get to know the class. What's favorite color?
Your favorite color?
Yep.
Black.
Wrong.
Are you serious?
Oh, you were off. You're close on that one. That's like number two.
Okay, then I'm gonna go. Then I'm gonna go like red,
Oh, you're getting warmer. It is a warm color.
yellow,
Ew, God, no.
orange.
There it is.
Okay. See, I was a big orange guy for a while myself, so I'm cultured. I understand the love of orange. I just
A
figured
nice,
I just figured
nice
it was
sunset
black.
orange on a car. Ooh.
I mean, I when I came over, I painted you're in Taylor's house, and I painted you the room you're in right now. You wanted black. I was like, it's got to be black. It's like it's like all colors, you know. Okay, well, I'm not going. I'm not going. Doing very well here. All right. So some of mine are like just memories that we had together
Okay.
with like our friends back in the day. Some of mine are like just me and you, and some are just me, But we'll um we'll start off with I don't know which one I want to go with. Okay, easy one. What is my favorite single player video game? I also, by the way, I did kind of theme this around game flicks and chill. So a lot of mine are like movie questions, TV shows, shit
Hmm.
like that. What is my favorite single player video game?
Ooh. Well, I feel like it's the obvious answer, and that's New Vegas. But
Yes.
Something was eating at me. I kept thinking, "Oh, Battlefront," because technically it was single player.
Not really. So I'll
Yeah, you could
give
do
you New
split
Vegas.
screen.
I'll give you New Vegas. But the other one, it's weird because it I like swap this one and New Vegas out, but I play New Vegas like once a year anyway. But Batman Arkham City might be one of my
Oh,
favorite single player video games that has ever come out.
I was gonna say that after Battlefront,
Yeah, like
but
Battlefront definitely for me probably one of my more memorable multiplayer games. But I'm a dude, something about Arkham City and just the way they built from what Arkham Asylum was, and it was the peak of that series in my opinion. Like they didn't innovate a whole lot more once they got to Arkham Knight. The story in Arkham Knight is good, not as good as City. They didn't really give you a whole lot more gadgets, but you get a Batmobile in Arkham Knight. But Arkham City is probably my number two favorite video game of all time, single player video game of all time.
is that the one that takes place majority of the time in the prison?
No, that's Asylum.
That's Asylum. Okay.
City is the one where they moved everyone to the island and the
Oh,
the
okay.
joke spoilers. The Joker's dying from the Titan serum and he injects Batman with his blood. So Batman needs to find a cure. Then the real bad guy ends up being not the Joker. Yeah, that one might be my Bruce Wayne gets himself locked up in Arkham City somehow. I don't really understand that part of it, but yeah. Favorite single player game? I'll give you New Vegas. So I guess I'll keep a separate sheet here for scores. Okay. You got one. I have zero. All right, your turn.
All right. So if I'm definitely keeping this more in like the theme of the podcast. What would or how would what do you think my favorite game franchise is?
Assassin's Creed.
Fuck, that was easy. I'm on
Assassin's Creed.
Odyssey right now. I'm literally playing Odyssey.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed. Easy.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Easy. Yeah, easy.
that was quick.
Easy dubs. What do you like? I honestly we'll get into it just a little bit because I personally like two and the two spin-offs from two. Brotherhood and I can't remember what the other one is.
Oh,
Uh,
I haven't heard them about them in so long.
dude,
What is
okay.
it? There's Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations.
Revelations. Those are
Yeah.
my
There
my
it is.
my three favorite. Only and I think it's Brotherhood. Dude, like the parkour was just like in my opinion peak there because of how they like let you use the hook blade and shit to keep climbing
Yeah.
and like the what's it called the progression just like being like you didn't have that to start out with. It's like one of those games where if I could have had that hook blade sooner, like it would have just been awesome. I think that was one of the very first games I ever 100%ed, and sorry, I had a hiccup. I borrowed it from you.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
Assassin's
thing is
Creed.
with it my thing with it is Brotherhood. I'd say the first 4 get their own separate category for me. If I had to say, like, out of all of them, my favorite is Black Flag.
I so I was a Black Flag hater for a little while. I was I think it was because I was still caught up with the old characters. Um and I just felt like Black Flag with all the pirate stuff was cool, and it was essentially the whole pirate system was like a part of it, AC3, which I think is underappreciated, but I don't think 3 should be as appreciated as much as some of the other games. I just think that
I don't think three should be appreciated at all. That was in my opinion, the worst one.
it just got muddy. You know what I mean? It like didn't.
Yeah,
I remember doing one of the last missions of that game back in the day, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is the end." Like I did not realize I was on the last mission of the game, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And I don't know, maybe now that I'm older, if I were to like play it again, it would be different. But I something about like the old games that are set in like ancient Rome or Istanbul or Constantinople or whatever the hell it is. It.
no, you're right.
I just really liked that style, that era of history. Not that I'm not a big Revolutionary War, American Revolution. You know, not that I don't like that time period, but I just like the older games a little bit more. Okay, uh, I'm gonna go with a little bit more of a hard one. Back in the day, you and I, like out of the freaking blue, decided we were gonna go watch a movie in theaters. It was on a school night. Do you remember what movie that was?
Out of the blue.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, do you want to go see a movie? It's like, yeah. And your grandmother took us and dropped us off at the movie theater. And then we went and saw this movie, and then we were like, oh, let's make this a thing. It's school night. Then we tried to do it again, and your grandmother lost her shit. Like, how dare you guys? It's a school night. You're not allowed to come. You're not allowed to go to this. You're not allowed to do this. It's a school night. But we did it, and it was like we went and just randomly saw a fucking movie. Trying to see if you remember what movie that was.
See, I do remember the conversation we had with her, but I keep going to that time that we went and watched the movie with all of the extra family, the Harry Potter with
Yeah,
Emmy and all that. That one keeps popping in my head, and it's distracting me from actually thinking about what the movie
it's
was.
not Harry Potter.
I
It is
know,
so much more brain dead than that.
man. I think I'm gonna be taking a loss on this one.
Okay.
I just can't think of it.
We went and saw Transformers 2. Just out of the fucking blue. We just let's go see
Oh,
this movie. Okay. And then we got your grandma to take us to the movie theater to see this movie.
see, I was
I
starting
don't
to think about
remember why like
it.
we just did it. I don't remember why we did it. We just wanted to go see it, and we did. And I
It's
remember it was a fucking school night, and we were like, I can't believe we just got away with this one. Like we're going to a movie, and it was like a late movie. It was like a 8 o'clock viewing on like a Sunday night or something like that. Yeah, we went and saw Transformers 2.
my next guess was gonna be Fast and Furious.
No, I don't think you and I ever. We might have saw Fast Five together.
I think I remember seeing it not like at theater. So,
Yeah, and I think it was you and me and maybe my brother. I don't know.
ooh,
But I remember we went and saw it, and I remember talking about it at school the next day because I don't think you were in my lunch, but um, I was eating lunch with Jared Birch, Mitch Berdice, and yeah, we went and saw Fast Five. I think. But that one that stood out because it was a school day. And we somehow miraculously convinced your grandma to let us go and take us to the movie. All right. So we are one for. We're tied still. You don't get a
Yep.
point. Okay, your turn.
All right. Just describe in whatever detail you can the night that we don't know where Dan went when watching a movie.
Dude, that's any time we tried to watch a movie with Dan. That's like,
But no, there was a specific reason as to why. And if it will help, it did happen at your parents' house.
what time of year was it? Was it like, was it a Halloween? Because I know
It was
back in the
it
day,
was
we would
during the
do a lot.
fall. It was
We would
during
do
the
like
fall.
Halloween stuff. I'm gonna go with Dan had to have like fallen asleep somewhere, and the only one that's coming to my mind right now is when we were watching The Grudge, and you ripped my goddamn bathroom door off because you got fucking scared, and you ran into the fucking bathroom, and you literally ripped my bathroom door off its hinges because you slammed it so fucking hard. I wasn't even mad. I thought it was fucking funny, but my mom was a little heated. I don't know if that was it.
So the situation, the setting is correct. The movie is wrong.
Okay.
The movie was The Strangers. And we all jumped because out of the blue, it's quiet in the movie, and a certain rest in peace started barking at the front door.
Dude, I do remember this. He just starts fucking. He started losing his fucking mind. Yeah, dude,
Yep.
my old dog. Yeah, I do remember that. And Dan got scared, freaked Dan the
Yeah.
fuck out.
Still don't know where he went.
Yeah, but dude would do that, man. He would just start barking at like the wall. I think he was actually just insane. But yeah, it was quiet as a mouse in the house, and my old dog dude just started barking at like insane barking at the front door while we were watching a horror movie. I don't that one's good. Okay, so I don't get a point, but we're still tied. So all right, this one I'll throw you a bone here. What was the first zombie Easter egg that I have ever completed? Just you can give me the map. You don't have to give me the name of the fucking Xbox achievement.
There's so many options, though. That's the problem.
I will let you know it was. I don't know if I give you the name of the game because then you can narrow it. You'd be able to narrow it down. It's not a Black Ops 3. It's not from Black Ops 3. I did Easter eggs before that, but the first one I ever did, um, it's one of the easier ones, and you've probably done it as well.
I'm trying to think back. Because I'm going to tell you right now, at this current time, I don't remember any Easter eggs for the original Black Ops.
You're on the right track. It's
And it would
it's
have to be
not on
the.
Black Ops. You're on the right track. because I'm done. I'm not gonna give you any more hints. Okay, I'll give you one more. It's a Easter egg that playing the map is essentially like just normally playing the map. You can just do the Easter egg by just normally playing the map. It's not from Black Ops 1 and it's not from Black Ops 3.
Well, then that kind of narrows it down to the game.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think because there's a
And
couple
it
different
sure and it
ones
sure
in
as
that.
hell isn't Black Ops 4.
Yo, yeah.
There's not a single map on that game where if you just play the map, you're pretty much doing the Easter egg. So I'll tell you, it's just Black Ops. It's in Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I narrowed that one down. There's two maps that I'm thinking of, but I'm starting
Yeah,
to get
you just
construed to make sure they're even on Black Ops 2. But if I had to take my pick, I'd say probably. No, now I'm starting to think that that one's on. Mm, no,
so
was it?
one of them. So I'm gonna tell you the one that you're thinking of got remastered on Black Ops 3, and it is also on Black Ops 2. The question it's two maps. I'm not gonna tell you the name. I did one during the life cycle of the game and didn't go back and do the other one until after Black Ops 2 was like done and dusted. So it narrows it down. They're both maps from my preferred zombies director. And I can't give you any more hints.
Was it Moon?
That was Black Ops 1.
That what? That was Black Ops 1?
Moon was Black Ops 1.
Holy shit. All right, well, that changes my whole perspective on things now.
I mean, honestly, though, you're making me second guess myself because on Moon, you can do the first half of the overall Easter egg on Black Ops 1. And I believe I did do that. So you're kind of right. But I did not complete the entirety of the Moon Easter egg. Only did the first half, get the achievement. Sam comes out of the teleporter. So you're like half right. Not because you like unlocked a memory that I forgot about.
So, wait, does that mean Ascension was on Black Ops as well?
Ascension was Black Ops 1.
Bro, I can't remember anything about.
So the first one I ever completed was Mob of the Dead. And it's a
That was Black
very
Ops 2?
Mob of the Dead was DLC 2 for Black Ops 2. It went Transit, Die Rise, Mob of the Dead, Buried, Origins. And the two that I have completed on Black Ops 2, I've never done any of the Victus maps with like Marlton, Misty, Stolinger, and Russman. I've never done any of those. And honestly, don't really want to, don't care.
Gotcha.
Because, I mean, the only one that I would want to do would probably be Buried just because it's actually a really fun Easter egg. Um, but yeah, Mob of the Dead, very much the first Easter egg that I ever completed, and I honestly I want to say it was me, you, Dan, and a random did it.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, we did it online, and yeah, it was the first one I ever did. It's what got me into them. And then Buried came out, and I always wanted to do Buried, but you can't do it solo. Well, you can't. I don't think you can do either. I don't think you can do any of the Easter eggs on Black Ops 2 solo aside from Origins. And Origins was not meant to be done solo. But yeah, it's my first zombies Easter egg that I have ever completed. All right, your question.
Let's see. What would be a good one? See, this is what I get for not writing anything down. I gotta think about it.
It's all good. I got all damn day.
I just had one and I lost it. Let me cook a second.
You want me to do an? I won't. I won't do another one of mine because I don't want to distract you from thinking about it.
Well, this is more of a miscellaneous thing. It's not so much a game thing, but more of a chill thing.
I have a few of those too. Don't worry. What is it?
What? It's kind of a two-parter.
Okay.
We had taken a trip to somewhere. It was me, and then I jumped in with your family.
Oh, okay. Not what I thought, but I remember the trip.
Where did we go for the trip, and where did we go on the way home from the trip?
Um. So the
And
trip was to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland. I remember that. We went somewhere else though. I want to say we went to the Hard Rock Cafe for dinner before we went home.
you were close. You are combining two different trips together.
Okay.
But the first part was correct. We did go on a trip up to Ohio. We went and saw what is that, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Okay.
all that. Then we went and hit up the Hot Rock Cafe. The one I'm talking about is when we went up to, I want to say it was Waldemere.
Waldemere Park.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
and,
another one we did. That was a
and
separate trip.
I didn't end up bringing any swim trunks.
Wait, was that when me, you, Dan, and Roscoe got on that
Yes,
water slide thing and we were like,
almost
"Are we
wore
overweight?"
out.
They were like, "Nah, you'll be
We're
fine."
overweight by about 350
Four
pounds.
chonky boys riding this fucking thing. We were like, "Are you sure?" They're like, "Nah, you'll be all right." And we went up that funnel, and like the water jet was right there. I could like
If
touch
I
it with
leaned
my
my
hand.
head back, I was cracking it open.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we set a record for how many times we could go around that funnel thing. I swear, because we just had all the momentum. Yeah, okay. I'll give myself one, since I was a two-parter. I'll give myself 1 point of two parts because I was right about a trip, but it was the wrong trip.
Where did we go to get food on the way home from Waldermere?
I want to say there was a restaurant that was featured on Man vs. Food called Denny's Beer Barrel Pub, but I don't think that's it. I think I'm thinking of a different trip.
It was Quaker Steak and Lube.
Quaker Steak and Lube, yes.
That's
Because
when we
we
tried the
wanted to
triple
try that,
atomic.
yeah, triple atomic
Yeah.
wing sauce, which was also on Man versus Food.
Yeah. So I think
So
you probably had that
I
correlation
that's
going.
why I had that correlation. So I part of me knew the Denny's Beer Barrel Pub one was wrong because that was the place that had the 2 pound burger, and we went there after I think I had just placed third place in Division 2 at a bowling tournament. That was a completely different trip. That was my whenever I bowled on the JBRPT tour. Okay. Wow, that was a good one. Okay. No, no, no. All right, well, keeping in the theme of trips, me, you, and Dan went on vacation together with your grandmother. She took us to Wildwoods, New Jersey.
Yes.
On the trip,
How many showers did Dan take? 72. I remember.
okay, that was a part of the trip I forgot about until you said it. Dan took 72 showers. No. I have a video of you doing something. My question is,
Oh, it was swimming in the street.
I didn't even need to finish the fucking question. Yeah, okay, you win that one.
Took a minute because they said it was going to start flooding, and then we got about a foot of water out in the street.
Yeah, okay, bonus question. What did we want so badly that your grandmother let me drive her car in that flood to go get it?
Well, are we talking about the sandwiches we wanted to make,
Yeah,
or did we want
no,
the
no,
dough?
we went and got donuts and coffee.
Yeah.
And I
Yep.
tried to get an employee discount because at the time I was working at a Dunkin' Donuts and they wouldn't give me an employee discount because apparently if you are in a different state, you don't get your employee discount. Yeah, your grandma let me drive her car in the middle of a fucking hurricane to go get Dunkin' Donuts in Wildwoods, New Jersey. Oh, little sidebar. Did you see? I don't know. Maybe it was earlier 2023 that there was another storm like that, except for it washed the beach up to the boardwalk.
Oh no,
Yeah,
jeez.
like the boardwalk was covered in fucking sand. All right, we're tied 2-2. I'll take that one off my list. Yeah, you were fucking. I have a video of you just run past the fucking house we were staying at with a foot of water in the fucking street. You had like water up to almost your waist. Yeah, that was a good trip. Dan remember Dan taking a bunch of showers. Remember we were like, Dan, put
See,
some
what
sunblock
had
on.
happened was we go out there and we're like, we even told him like you need to stay in the shade at a certain point. But we're out there. I think we both fell asleep on the sand for like 7 hours. Dan comes back inside, turns into Patrick Star.
He looked like fucking Patrick from SpongeBob, dude. He was so red.
He
I'm
did
like,
not
Dan,
come
put some
outside the
fucking
rest of
suns.
the
He
trip.
he didn't bring sunscreen. He's like, nah, I'll be all right. So he would just go take a fucking shower because he was in that much fucking pain. He would take a shower like at least every hour just to try to like cool his skin off.
Yep.
Oh, that was a good trip. Okay, your turn.
Story. And it would see how well you remember the story. To this day, Dan was still blamed for it because I don't think we told this certain person who actually did it. But
Oh
what
God.
led, what happened on this day, and I'll say who it's about, between Dan and Jamie.
Oh, we put biofreeze in Dan's underwear. And Dan pulled him up and he was in so much pain he was like biting my fucking couch cushions. And Dan
Not the story I was thinking
Oh,
of,
okay. So I'm
but
way
that
off.
was still a good point. I took
And Dan Jamie walked in and he goes, "What the fuck, man? You're eating my fucking couch." I thought that's what the fuck you were talking about, but I guess not. Yeah, he had biofreeze on his balls.
No, no, no. That was actually one I was gonna think about bringing up, but that one, hey, there it is now.
If you guys don't know what biofreeze is, it's like a cooling therapy gel, but it kind of burns. It burns in all the right ways. And we Dan had biofreeze on his balls. Yeah. Okay, so what story were you thinking of?
It was the night that your mom happened to have a bunch of dried ghost peppers.
Oh, are you talking about when they ground them up and like dipped Jamie's toothbrush in it?
Yeah, but the plan was
It
to
was gonna be
well,
mine.
yeah, it was you guys had the same goddamn colored toothbrush.
So you put it on Jamie's instead, and Jamie woke up.
So
Yeah,
we
she had.
grinded it up. We let that water cup with the ground up powder in it sit overnight. Maybe not overnight, a couple hours. And we let the toothbrush soak in there. There was seeds in the toothbrush. It was the work. And then
Yeah,
we put it back. Well, we wake up in the morning, we hear screaming,
it wasn't me.
and it wasn't you. So Jamie, he's a nice guy, of course. Called us all down. He's like, "What's going on?" And we all, without saying a word to each other, said, "Oh, it was probably Dan."
Dan got blamed for it.
He goes, "Oh, I'm gonna beat that when I get back," because he started yelling, "Nancy, did you get spicy toothpaste?"
Yeah, she had those dehydrated. So Jamie's old neighbor, um, Kim, she was from Vietnam, and Kim can, she's got a golden thumb. She can grow anything. And we went to go pick my brother and my stepbrother and stepsister up at her mom's house and at their mom's house, and we saw them, and she gave Jamie a bag of ghost peppers, and they used to like braid garlic together. And they grew fresh garlic, fresh ghost peppers, sunflower seeds. Yeah, and they were some goddamn hot peppers, let me tell you.
Well, you remember how we stuck a seed on the end of one of your blow darts and shot Evan right in the rear end?
Bro, I don't remember this at all. I don't remember Evan ever being at my house.
Yeah, he was there, I think, 2 times in total. He couldn't
Okay.
sit down straight on his, for a week.
And we like,
He'd be in class sitting there on a book or something
yeah.
just to keep himself a little
Oh,
elevated.
dude. Okay, another one. We're getting just off on sidebars with stories here. Do you remember when I first got the blowgun? We were shooting it at probably like the wall in my kitchen, and it didn't like mess up the paint. It left like less of an impression on the wall than like if you were to just stick a thumbtack in it. So we were shooting. Jamie asked us to shoot him in the ass so that because he said, "I don't want you guys playing with this toy." Which this thing was not a toy. Like someone could have
No, it
got
wasn't.
fucking hurt. But he said, "You guys can't play with it unless I know what it can do." So he fucking made us shoot him in the fucking ass. But I think whoever had the blowgun laughed and the dart came out with like no velocity and it went under his ass. And my mom was standing in front of him and it went right through her fucking Achilles. She's standing there freaking out because someone laughed when they had the blowgun up to their mouth and it didn't have enough velocity and it just arced and went straight through my mom's Achilles. Didn't
I
hurt,
remember that.
but she was like, "Ah, you motherfuckers!" She was not happy. That's a good one. I forgot about that. The toothpaste one. Yeah, man. Used to have some times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll keep in the same vein of that. And we're gonna kind of go back to like a movie title. Will you? We had a sleepover. I believe it was me, you, Evan, Dan, and Jared Birch. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think we were going to Kennywood the next day. My question to you is, what movie did we watch at this sleepover? And to give you a hint, we watched the remake and then we found the original. I have one more hint. Well, two more. It was a horror movie, but I'm not going to give you the other one because it will give it away. Unless you're uh unless you need it, I will give it to you and then it'll be easy points.
Was it Grave Encounters?
No, it wasn't. That was so we had this sleepover at your house. We were all piled in the
Uh,
living room. Grave Encounters was at my house.
yeah, on the projector.
Yeah. Jamie brought that projector home from work and was like, "Here, company I work for doesn't want this anymore." And I was like, "Cool, we'll put it in the basement." Oh man, that's another good one I could have wrote, but you would have got that
Yeah.
instantly.
Instantly.
You already know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Black Cat.
Yep. At my house.
Yep, we were at your Graham's house, and we watched two movies. They were both titled the same thing. Chainsaw. And no, not Leatherface.
It's, and then there was the original and the remake.
We watched them both because we watched the first one. I mean, and they weren't like good horror movies. They didn't scare you. They were like the ones you laughed at.
And we're really going to dive deep.
All right. Do you want me to give you the other hint?
Yeah.
Vagina snake.
Wait, well, I'm still not getting. Wait, hold on.
I can give you one more hint.
No. Let me cook. Let me cook. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Evil Dead.
Yes, Evil Dead. We watched both of them, and they were both equally as awful as you would think.
Speaking of which, the newest one was actually pretty good.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. They actually, going off on a tangent. Markiplier, he made a movie called Iron Lung. It's still working on getting out there and all that. But they were in contender for using more blood than Evil Dead Rise did.
Yeah,
And
I
Evil
didn't.
Dead Rise used like the equivalent to fill up like I want to say almost 30 like Youngwood Park and Pool pools worth of blood.
I saw. So there was a TikTok. Donkey showed it to me actually, where this guy puts like heavy metal music over top of scenes from movies, and he did one over that Evil Dead Rise. Can't confirm. A lot of blood.
A lot. Nonetheless, yeah, it's not bad. Not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, the I just remember laughing my ass off at that movie when that fucking tentacle thing came out of the lady's nether region.
Yeah, the tree root that went up in there, she had the whole Groot growing inside.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
We're gonna go jump back into something that should be a little bit easier.
Okay.
Where it's gonna have, and it's another two-parter. What is my favorite movie franchise?
Oh, franchise.
And then favorite movie itself.
I want to say your favorite movie itself is Titanic. At
Ooh.
least it used to be. I don't know if it still is.
You know what? I'm willing to give you like a half for that
Okay.
one.
And your favorite movie franchise? I have one, but I feel like it might not be your favorite. So I'll say Star Wars. I don't think it's your favorite though.
That
If I were to
it used to be.
if I were to say your favorite movie franchise. I was going to say Avatar, but I don't know. Before I before you tell me if I'm right or wrong, I'm let me think for a minute.
You afraid to get wet?
Afraid to get wet. Now you're losing me. I feel like I went the wrong direction. Damn. Oh. Yeah, you're like losing me on that one now. It's not GI Joe.
No.
It's not GI Joe. Although I remember when those movies came out, they were sick.
No, I did like those movies when they came out.
Was that
I did.
Michael Bay?
Uh, I mean,
It
the amount of explosions that were in it,
yeah,
I'm
it
sure it
had to
was.
be. I'm gonna fucking toss a weird one out, and I have no clue if it's gonna be right. This is final out of Star Wars and I was gonna say Avatar because I know you like Avatar, even though I think it's mid. That's a whole nother podcast. I'm gonna say The Kingsman.
Ooh. I do like the Kingsman series, but that's not it.
Okay, what is it?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay, dude. Fuck yeah. Those movies are sick. I mean, the fourth one's but first three are sick. And there's
Yeah, oh
five.
yeah.
There's five, aren't there?
Yeah, there's five.
Ugh.
The last one was kind of eh.
That was with the dude who had the weird floaty hair, right?
Yeah,
His hair
yeah,
always looked like he was underwater.
yeah. He was the Spaniard.
Yeah, it's like Spella. I was like, oh, yeah.
But you
Whichever one.
would have been right about Titanic if I didn't discover the movie Interstellar
Dude,
back when I did.
everybody loves Interstellar. I need to watch it.
It's so good, honestly. I mean, I can solidly say, and I have witness proof. I've probably watched that movie well over 100 times.
Yeah.
It just
That's a
never gets
Nolan.
old.
It's Nolan, man. Nolan knows how to direct. All right.
Surprisingly enough, yeah, yeah. Matthew McConaughey in it, and everyone else in it. The way it worked, it was just. But I also like space shit.
Yeah,
So
everyone says I need to watch that. And it's not that I just haven't had time, but all right, well, same vein of question. What's my favorite movie and what's my favorite film? I differentiate film from movies.
no, I
So,
know. Mm.
I don't think you'll get my favorite film. My
I
favorite
don't think
movie my favorite movie's a little bit easier.
favorite film. I'm throwing it out there. Not thinking I need more Spaceballs.
No, film okay, so it's That one honestly never really breaks top five. There's another. So the way my top five works is I have five movies, and they're like all different kind of genres, and it depends on what kind of genre I want to watch, right? So film, I would not consider Spaceballs a film. Film
Uh,
is a little bit more elegant. A movie is just entertainment. A film is something that you watch and you appreciate it more and more and more and more every time you watch it. So my favorite film is Fight Club.
well, you know that's why I picked Spaceballs because what's the number one rule?
Okay, you're not getting away with that one.
I'm getting away with that one. Who decided to talk about it? He says it's your favorite film.
I guess that's me. I guess I broke the first and second rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, I fucking love Fight Club. Fight Club is my number one, probably my favorite film of all time. And it's weird because when it's the style of film where you watch it and you don't realize it's a film. You're watching it and you think it's a movie, then it turns out, wow, this isn't just a movie. It's a film. Like the twist, the directing, the writing, all the foreshadowing that's in it. It is literally it's a masterpiece. My favorite movie's fucking easy though.
Well,
Come on.
oh,
You know this. It's a franchise I love. I'm a complete nerd about it. I'm trying to put my slipper on right
I have two in mind. I'm going to say the one that I 100% think it is, and then I'm going to say what my runner up would be. 100% what I think it is. There's a series, it was about the Care Bears.
now. What?
Yeah, the little stuffed bears. They were animated. That was your favorite.
No.
No. Oh, I was a little way off then.
Wait.
Hmm. Indiana Jones.
Ooh, which one? Because whichever one you say here determines whether I give you the point or not. Because it's close. It's very close.
See, my thing is I don't remember their order, so I can't say two or three or whatever made or not. I don't think
So there's Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and
the Crystal Skull.
no, we don't talk about that
Exactly.
one. Last Crusade.
Last Crusade. Well, then it had to have been Raiders.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a toss up between Raiders and Last Crusade. Last Crusade gets it because Sean Connery, but my favorite movie of all time is Empire Strikes Back.
Well, that was the obvious choice,
Yeah.
but I thought outside the box. Well, then we can settle it down a little bit and jump into keep it in the same theme. I think how I want to word this. What was, or I should say, what is my favorite TV series? And we'll narrow it down. Um, we'll just leave it be. Well, what is my favorite TV series? But what TV series have I watched the most? So you know how some people just go through and they'll watch like The Office. They just put it
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Prime Video.
yeah. I got you.
There's my favorite series, but then what is that show that I've watched the
Yeah,
most?
it's like the like your background noise almost.
Yeah.
Um, okay, favorite TV series? I'm gonna say is Hell on Wheels.
Oh, I love that.
See, that's
It's
why
not
I
it.
went for it. That's why I
Yeah,
went for
it's
it. I
not it.
reached for it because I was like, yeah, maybe.
It was that's an honorable mention.
Okay.
That one can sit there. Now that does include like Hulu, HBO, Netflix, and then TV programming.
Okay. Um,
So but that was a good one. I might go back and rewatch that.
I need to, dude, but it's so they took it off Netflix, so I haven't watched it in a couple years. Um, TV show that you've watched the most. Is it animated? Either of them?
No.
Okay, good. Cuz that as far as anime would go, I honestly I wouldn't know where to begin as far as I mean, I know we just did an entire anime podcast a few weeks ago, but I wouldn't even know where to start. Um,
Yeah, you'd be working on that question until next week.
yeah. I threw that shot in the dark with Hell on Wheels for favorite TV show, so now I think I need to figure out which TV show you've watched the most. Dude, I don't know. I want to say something like The 100, but
Oh, that was good
probably
too. It was good in its prime, and then the newer seasons kind of shit the bed.
TV show that you've watched the most. I'm going to throw a shot out and say Parks and Recreation.
Never watched it.
Good. You aren't missing anything. The Office is superior. Ron Swanson holds that show together.
That's true. I guess I've watched like a 30 minutes worth, and
Yeah,
that was
and it's
probably
all
it.
Ron Swanson.
Yep,
You go on YouTube, you look up the best of Ron Swanson, and it's just fucking. That's the best peak comedy there is. And not yeah, Andy's good too, but um, dude, I don't know. I threw shots out there with Hell on Wheels because I figured that might be like your favorite TV show. And
you were
if you
actually kind of close with that one. I think it's in the same theme, like the old, like gritty kind of, it's in the same theme. So you weren't like far off. Yeah, that one was pretty close.
um it's not like Band of Brothers or something like that.
No.
I wouldn't expect that out of you. While I love Band of Brothers, it's not. I have no clue. Tell me.
All right. So, favorite show, just separate, is Peaky Blinders.
Oh, dude. Okay. Yeah,
So, see
I
how
can
like I
totally
got off you?
understand that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
see. I've never watched it. I have seen some clips from it, and I want to. I really want to.
it's phenomenal.
Me and
It's
Netflix right now
100%
are
phenomenal.
having a love and hate relationship.
And the
Okay.
show that I have watched the most, like out of everything, rewatched, watched, all of that was Breaking Bad.
Okay. So that's respectable. So like my favorite show, because I'm not even gonna ask the question because you probably already know it. Show I've watched the most, definitely The Office, and my favorite show is Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
That's why I kind of stayed away from Breaking Bad because I didn't know actually how much you watched that. But I mean, damn, it's a fucking masterpiece.
it is. It's wonderful.
It's one of those that because it's such a good show, it can be the show that you've rewatched the most. And it can also be your favorite show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Damn. Okay, so I got an honorable mention there. All right. All right. This one, I don't know. I'll go with my one of my other more general questions. It doesn't have anything to do with the podcast. There was a day, I don't remember what we were doing. I don't remember where we were going. I know where this happened though, and I want to see if you remember it. Me, you, Dan, and Taylor. I was driving. Taylor was in the passenger seat. You and Dan were in the back seats. I backed into a tree because I couldn't see through the thick boys in the back seat. Where did I back into the tree at?
Seem to have a common thing with hitting trees. First is for dance, now it's in real life.
No, I did this and I busted the tail light out of my car. I was in deep fucking shit.
No, I remember it. I do remember that. I just can't remember where it was.
I don't remember where we were going, what we were doing. I know where we were though. In the to give you a couple years ago, I cut this fucking tree down. And
Wait, was it at your grandmother's house?
yes, it was. And Baja Blast was in full swing because all of us were just fucking hammering Baja Blasts.
Yeah, yeah, because we were planning on going over there to swim.
Yeah, so we were. I think maybe we went and swam, and we were leaving there. And I was
Yeah,
backing
that's it.
up the
That's it.
fucking driveway, and you and Dan were in the back seat. I could not see out the back window, and I had kind of pulled my car off to the right, kind of in the yard, so they could still get down the driveway. We were kind of close to the top of the driveway, and I was backing up the driveway, and this tree was like right behind us, and I could not fucking see it, and I blew the tail light out of my car, bent in the bumper, and that tail light remained broken until I got up enough money to fix it. Yeah, that was a kind of an easy one, but just a little throwback. All right, you do one more, then I'm gonna do one more, and then I think we call it there. Then we'll read out the scores.
Let's see. What do you think my stance is on the moral dilemma of gaining immortality?
Part of me really thinks that part of you would love to be just this omnipotent being, this like all all knowing, you know, seen everything, witnessed civilizations rise and fall. Like, I want to say that a good like 40% of you would love that. I also think that the other 60% would get real fucking tired of it and just want to fucking die.
Okay, that's close, but it's actually flipped. Like
Really?
those are the exact percentages. I'm not gonna lie. You were pretty much right on the mark with that. But yeah, no, it's slightly flipped. I'd
Oh,
say it
okay.
might be closer to like a 50-50, maybe like a 45-55 kind of.
Yeah.
But but yeah.
Yeah. Like that's just comes down to how well I not only know like the things about you, but how well I know you. You know, my percentages were off, but damn, I was fucking close. All right, what do I put there? There we go. Okay, for my final question. I have two. Both of them involve Dan. One of them is just I'll read it anyway because it's kind of a meme question. But the other one is dealing once again with COD zombies. Um, back in the day, I'm throwing it way back. Do you remember Dan's TV that had the VCR on the bottom of it? It was like this big.
Yeah.
Okay, he moved it down into the living room for this map launch, and I don't recall. I think it was Luke. We were in the middle of playing this map. I believe you were here. If not, hey, fuck it. While we were playing the map, it had just come out. It was on Black Ops 1. The dog came up and licked the front of the Xbox and turned it off. What map were we playing?
Oh.
We were playing split screen on a TV that is about as big as a Game Boy Color.
Was it 5?
No. It was a DLC map. And I think you were there, and I ended up walking up from my mom's because I had a PlayStation 3 at the time. And DLCs didn't come out for a month later on PlayStation 3. So I wanted to come up and play the new map. And Luke licked the front of the Xbox and turned it off while Dan was I think we were like kind of taking turns, but I'm pretty sure Dan was playing. So it's not 5, it's a DLC map. That leaves you with Ascension, Call of the Dead, Shangri-La, and Moon.
Well, we can. I don't even know why you mentioned Shangri-La.
It
That's not
wasn't
something we
Shang.
care
No,
about.
no,
Oh, it had been Call of the Dead.
no. It was Ascension.
No, it was Ascension.
Yep.
Wait, Ascension was a DLC.
Yep. DLC 1 for Black Ops 1.
Holy shit!
Yep.
That was my favorite map from Black Ops 1.
All right, my last one that I said was like a meme question is how high did Dan jump that blazer?
All 4 wheels off the
All
ground.
4 wheels were off the ground.
Enough to give him 5 points out of 6 on that list.
Yeah, so for the listeners, for the viewers, our friend Dan, you've heard us talk about him a good bit this podcast. He had his driver's license before me and Dante because he was a year older than us, right? So Dan was driving home from school one time, and he was kind of coming down this hill. But the way this hill was, it kind of had a kick to it. So you were coming down and it would level out and then it would go back down the hill again. But it was very gradual. It was very like it happened quick. And he was trying to catch the red light. He fucking floored it and apparently jumped his Chevy Blazer across the intersection, Dukes of Hazzard style, into a pawn shop parking lot. He got pulled over, and the guy said he had all 4 wheels off the ground. And if you know Dan, there's absolutely no way that guy got any more than 1 inch off the ground. I don't care if he was in a car.
We had 800 pounds of grown men in the thing, plus like 200 pounds of tools. There's no way. To this day,
You guys
that guy was
got
just having
all.
a bad day.
You guys got all 4 wheels off the ground. Dan had to go fight for his right to to drive for the next 30 years in court. He got like 4 points on his fucking license for that.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't ever remember. I'd imagine he got those points removed at least, and he ended up having to pay the fine on it. But that was funny.
Yeah, he did pay the fine, and then his mom managed to get all the points taken off.
Yeah, well, I think they had to go to court to just
Yep.
negotiate the points coming off. Yeah, they hit him with like reckless driving.
Yeah.
Which, god damn it, looking back, when we were kids, we were like, that's not that big of a deal. Like, there's no way you should have got that. If all four tires did leave the ground, he deserved all four fucking points that he was gonna get.
I agree.
Oh, okay. So we're a little over an hour right now. I guess I'll read off the scores. Dante, you have 3 points, a gold star, a doubloon, a heart, and a -1. I have 2 points, a smiley face, the letter P, a cookie, an honorable mention, and a try. I see
It
this as an
sounds like a
absolute
tie to me.
victory. I see,
It
yeah,
sounds like a
exactly.
tie. Yeah.
So all this goes to shows that you can be friends with someone for 20 years and not know absolute dick about them.
Yep.
And honestly, it doesn't. For me, that type of shit is never anything that I look at. It's the memories. The memories. We goddamn. We went through so many fucking memories just on this podcast that fuck. That's more important than what TV show's my favorite.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, this has been a very fun Gameflix and Chill episode that has a little bit to do with more about our backgrounds than anything. But yeah, tune in next week when we rip apart MW3 zombies again. That's probably not going to happen. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please go check out our socials. I'm at Dr. Blunts over on Twitch and on YouTube. You can find me there. You can find him over at Vortex Hawkeyes on YouTube. Please leave a like, subscribe, give us a comment, tell us what you might want to hear us talk about for the next episode. And yeah, we appreciate you listening. Spotify people, come over to YouTube. YouTube people, go check out the Spotify. It's awesome. Anything you want to say?
No, I can't believe you like Care Bears like that.